Hey everybody! Watch my camera go out of focus there. And welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Stephen Collin. It's like the week after our last one, but it's like
Yeah,
been many weeks since we recorded.
yeah. I was gonna have a look at our calendar, out of curiosity.
I
I
mean,
think like the last time we recorded was just prior to my being on holiday.
yeah, and after I came back from mine,
Yes. So
it's like we never left.
is it the fifth? Oh no, wait. Yeah, it was the third. The 3rd of July was when we recorded our episode last. So 3
20
weeks
days.
ago.
20 days ago. It's 23rd.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I
Uh,
mean, these things
and
happen.
before that though, was our last episode. Uh,
It was like the Monday or something before I left. Or was it Wednesday? Oh, it might have been the Wednesday.
recording things to do search.
I think the 7th is your answer.
7th of June.
7th of June.
I don't think so. I don't think we recorded in June.
Yeah, we totally recorded in
Wait,
June. I left on the 11th.
hang on. I see. I see what's happened here. I didn't update some of the dates.
I'm shaking
Lazy
my head in disappointment here. Shaking my
lazy
head.
me. Yeah, 7th of June.
Mm.
We, rec- we recorded on the 7th of June and then the 5th of July.
I thought it was the 3rd of July.
I thought that too. Why is the folder only there for the 5th? That's weird. Oh, I maybe didn't update it either. Guess it was the 5th.
That was a Wednesday.
Well, that makes sense because I went away on the Thursday.
You did record the day before you left. Parties.
Yeah,
Priorities.
got to get that shit done.
Anyway,
Um,
after traveling down memory lane for us, and like you guys never noticed that we'd done this,
yep.
yeah, we're still talking about Angelic Layer.
Are
Yep.
episodes 9, 10, 10.
And 12. 10 and 12, yep.
Starting out with episode 10, Mean Sisters, Hikaru the target.
Hikaru the target.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah. I I have a couple of reasons I like this episode. One of them is I actually think it's because we see a battle in the intro, right?
Yeah, yeah, so
Of Hatoko.
Hatoko?
Hatoko.
I think, yeah.
Hmm.
It's the kid with Sus Susan Susie
Susan. Just Susan.
Suzaha. Wait, no, that's wrong.
uh
It's
uh I can't remember what anyone's fucking name is.
it's
Uh
been 3 weeks. Yeah.
yeah. I definitely didn't just watch these episodes and can't remember anyone's damn name. Uh
She was fighting an unknown person who was quite
yeah.
strong, and then she came in and they threw the angels in the arena to go down and fight, and basically she was like super fast and disappears, and then
Uh,
jumps in the air, and it's like
yeah.
coming down from the sunlight, like using it to her advantage to blind the opponent as she can't see,
Yep.
and then
That's half the reason I love it is because we get our first Dragon Ball Z moving so fast the person disappears.
oh yeah, yeah, it's gonna be
Love it. Love
plenty,
it.
plenty of
We'll
those.
never not love that. It's so
Yeah,
good. It's
I
so
thought
good.
Did we not? Did it not happen like in Hikaru's and
I don't remember it being as sort of like and just like fading out as that. It's definitely the first memorable one for me.
obviously because you obviously didn't remember it last time.
Yeah. Yeah,
If you did that.
exactly. It's like I can no longer I cannot confirm or deny whether there were any other ones in it. This is the one I remembered, and it looked good.
Yeah. So, so she came down, dived, and then did her rolling thunder kick in her face,
Yep.
like a low sonic flash kick,
Yes.
not the sonic flash kick, but just a flash kick.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, and knocks the opponent out, and then that's it. Is that it? That
I
rolls the
think that
credits.
is the intro. Roll credits. Time to
Roll,
go.
roll intro. Time to go. Doom
Na,
doom
na,
doom doom
na,
doom.
na, 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 na.
Da,
Na, na, na,
da,
na,
da,
na, na.
da, da.
The theme tune is growing on me. Okay, like I don't hate it as much as I did at the start.
That's because you've been watching it a lot.
I was gonna say it's because I'm now like a hostage to this show, where I like have to just deal with the theme tune. So. Fine,
But
fine.
nothing wrong with the show. Anyway, and then I think it maybe cut to the two sisters, the focal point of this
Oh,
episode.
the Fujisaki sisters,
Yeah, Alice and the other one,
Arasu.
Arusu. Alice.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Uh,
Um,
anyway, and
this is
there's
yeah. Is this where they're talking to the other Wonder Twins nearby,
well,
or is that after the credits?
no, well, I don't know. Let's just go with it. So they are
Yeah.
talking, and they're like, "Hmm, we're going to get our revenge on you, Hatoko. How dare
Yep.
you humiliate us last time?" And but they go, "Wow, but you got to go and deal with this person," and talk about Misaki. And
Nobody beats Hatoko except for us. It's important that you know that. And yeah, the Wonder Twins are all like, it seems that you think the determined outcome to this fight is already known, and they're like, it is. We're gonna win. Uh, I didn't realize, I think, until now. Like I'm not really a sporty person in my physicality or in my career of life of anything like that. I don't think I realized quite how much of a bunch of arseholes everyone that takes part in the Angelic Layer is, other than sort of Hatiko and her, because they're all like, "Oh, I mean, we're gonna win, of course, because we're just better than everyone." Everyone's immediately like, "Oh, I'm gonna win. Of course, I'm gonna win. Why wouldn't I win?
you got
That's dumb.
you
You're
got to
dumb."
have you got to have that mindset, man. Got to have that mindset.
Yeah, but well, not if we take into account what we learn in the next episode. Where like this is on par with, and they've discovered the benefits of friendship that were there all along.
Oh,
The true meaning of friendship was discovered. Like we're gonna get there.
yeah, but I think I think it's shown all the way through the show so far that Misaki is just Naruto.
Yeah, like just this like bottomless font of optimism for no good reason.
Yeah, and always makes
Yeah.
friends from all her enemies.
Yeah.
Even the people who are like cheating with the whip, and she has no real concept of them. You know, again, they are cheering for
Yes.
her now in the crowd.
Yes, they are. The thing is, though, right, is that at the point where it's happening, it doesn't really come across as, oh, like she's so caring. It's like she's so stupid. She doesn't see how these people are trying to take advantage of her. Or she's like, oh, is your angel okay? You know, is everything okay? It's like, holy shit, they were just like trying to do you out of a win, trying to knock you down, and you're like, oh, hope everything's okay.
Good sportsmanship that is, though, Steve.
It is, but also it. I don't think it ever really truly comes across as that. It just makes her seem like she's oblivious to what's happening.
Oh, it's she's 100% oblivious to what's happening.
Oh, okay. So that is also a fact.
But that's her choice to be oblivious, I think.
True, true.
I
That's
think
that's
I
fair.
think we may learn more of her psyche and character in the coming episodes.
Well, yeah, the Wonder Twins are all like, you don't know Jack.
Mhm.
You don't know how this is gonna win. You don't know who's gonna win. You know how this is gonna go. And they're like, well, tell you what, uh, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat to win. So that's how we know.
That's her backup plan, yeah.
Yep. It's
They
like
have
yeah,
like
because
this wee pin.
yeah, it's like a very tiny model of that thing that Cobb has in Inception that he spins at the very end. That you're waiting on falling over or not.
Oh, maybe. I have never watched Inception.
Oh man, you should do that. It's a good film.
I might watch it one day when I see it's available to watch.
It must be streaming somewhere, surely.
Somewhere I probably don't have.
I mean that is also potentially true because although I have now uh I've freed myself from Netflix now.
Oh man, have you? That's getting
Yep,
good.
I'm no longer a Netflix subscriber. It is not available to stream anywhere, but it is available in like 4K at the low price of $3.99. So
I mean,
totally worth it if you can get it.
maybe. It's all right. I'll. It's probably been on TV about 5 times already,
Oh, probably. Like, at some
if
point. I
not
mean, I
more.
think it's 2010, so it's like a 13-year-old movie at this point.
Oh, then yeah, it must be on TV a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan as well, and he's just released a new movie in the cinema, so probably someone's going to show his older stuff on TV.
Oh man, Christopher Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll see what how that goes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
let's
going to cheat.
we're going to cheat. Um, and Misaki is just going to her fight, and
Yep.
she does the rolling thunder on the opponent and beats him up at the last second. And it doesn't knock him out, but they win by default. Default?
Yeah. Uh, they win by probably points, like
Yeah,
or 8 hit points or whatever left. So
yeah. It's just like running out of time in Street Fighter.
yeah, yeah. Timeout.
Yeah, disappointing. Anyway, so then she comes out and Hayako's waiting and is like, "You remember our promise?" And
We made this promise in the previous episode. I hope you remember.
oh, well, it was a previous episode, yeah, like a while
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah, still though, it's like you can't lose to anyone but me, right?
yeah,
That's how this works. I like how she puts it. Because she's like, don't lose to anyone except me. That's okay.
that's okay. Yeah, can't lose anything but
I'll
me.
I'll lose to you. Okay.
That's the same thing as the twins were on about. They were not twins, sisters.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah. So that a thing, and then they go out have a picnic. I think.
They do. And then oh, what's her name? The
Uh,
idol is
Ringo.
Ringu is hanging about.
No, Setasan. I think Ringo's her doll.
Ra- Ringo.
Yeah, and
Ringo.
what's her name? What's his name? Is doting on Misaki, and the other one just like beats him up.
I'm gonna remember Tamayo
Uh huh.
and
It's
Kotaro.
Kotaro's doting on
Yep,
and
Misaki.
yep, Tamil beats him up. And then
Tamayo, as usual, gets a good move in there.
get some like headlock or
Yeah,
something like that.
wild.
And Misaki's just staring off, and then she goes, "Huh." what's that? There's something behind me. And looks like, oh, hey, say, oh, how you doing? And she's like, how do you recognize me? Because she's wearing a
Oh.
disguise, you know, the hat and the glasses.
She's wearing a disguise. She's Clark Kenting in a bright pink dress.
And big long ponytails. Uh, And she goes, well, you haven't really changed yourself. You're just wearing the thing. And it's like, oh, yeah, stupid me. I only concentrated on my face. That's never going to work, is it? And Tammy was like, oh, you're a massive airhead. And she's like, yep.
Oh, did she call her an airhead? She said, "Oh, did you watch the dub or the sub?"
The sub.
Okay, so in the dub, because I've started. I think it's easier for me to watch the dub.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh, you have a screw loose," and Tamio, what you call blah 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 blah. What are their names again?
Ringo.
Uh, wait, which one's Kotaro?
Kotaro's the
Yeah,
dude.
no, yeah, he goes, "Don't be rude. That's not very nice to say."
Uh-huh.
And then she goes, "No, that's right." And then Ringo and Tamio just go, ha ha, in synchronization.
Oh no, they do the thumbs up first. Tamio does this
They do.
weird thumbs up, like with
Oh my god.
the glints, and then the other one does the two thumbs up back to her and glints. Yeah, no, it's pretty much the same. Only she was getting called an airhead by Tamio.
Yeah, it's just the synchronized laughing that did it for me. Just,
Yeah.
it was pretty glorious.
Yeah.
That gave me a good laugh. And then I also, yeah, because she's like, it's supposed to be my day off, and my manager was like, hey, you should do things. And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
Yes.
So I'm here now. But I think like someone says something like, is your manager safe? Are they okay? It's like, oh yeah, they're. And it's like, because it's for whatever reason in the English dub, they make it like sound like she got rid of them in
All
order
right.
to have her day off.
Oh no, she just tried to escape. She just said, I've escaped.
It was. I think it was something like she said. Where her name is like, are they okay? Like, oh yeah, they're fine. They're perfectly safe. Yeah, they played it off very weirdly in that, and it made me laugh. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah. And then Oji-sama. Oji-sama?
Ojiro?
Yeah, he shows up.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Not him.
Well, he does. He shows up, but before he shows
does.
up, the big TV on every building in Japan, apparently, it was displaying
the match.
Yeah, displaying the match sheets. So he had like Branch, the nurse one.
Oh yeah.
And she's got the sweet smile. And then you got the Ice Queen, the Ice Machine, Ice Queen Machine, or something.
Her name.
Sai is the person. That's the twins you were talking about earlier.
The Fujisaki. Oh no, wait, no,
Yeah,
sorry, the Wonder Twins.
The Wonder Twins, which they are twins.
Yeah.
They're
no,
not even related.
I know they just have the same. They just have the same hair color. It's they're both tall and have a relatively close hair color.
That's a little hard to call them.
I don't know why. I just like it's like I can't be bothered to tell them apart, so I just.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonder Twins.
That's fine, and they win their matches.
Yeah.
And then Oji-sama comes up and goes, hey, and Zaki's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And he's like, not bad, but, don't you have a match? And she's like, oh, yeah, bye, eat the sandwiches.
That's right. She's like, oh, shit, yeah, damn.
And then he remarks like, oh, yeah, just like daughter like mother like daughter.
Yeah.
And, no, so much of the marks, but it's basically she's oh yeah, hey, she does look like him, and then people like stare at him like, oh, who's she? Who's the she that he's referring to? The cat's mother? And yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And she runs away
Of course it is. Yes, to her
uh,
fight.
to her fight and and her mother is looking above on a hill in a
Oh
wheelchair.
yeah. This is where
That's-
we get the "I'm going to murder you" part.
no.
Well, come on now. She's like, "Oh, yeah. Look, there she is. Why don't you go and talk to her?" It's like, "No. No, I can't." It's like, "But what if I pushed you down this hill?" So you had to talk to her.
Oh, I missed that in the sub.
Like I don't know what it is. They're like the dub seems to be making it a lot more sinister than it's intended to be.
I
So
mean,
funny.
I'm wondering if the dub was like a fan dub, and
It could be. No. Like my logic there to say it wasn't was that no, there was credits shown. It was like yeah, but just because there's credits shown doesn't mean that they're the right ones. I think to my defense of it, I suppose it would be that it showed the English cast in the credits. Why is my watch talking? Uh, it showed the English voice cast in the credits instead of the Japanese voice cast.
ah, okay,
So I suspect it
that's
could be right.
official
Yeah, I think it could be.
army. Yeah. So and then she runs in, and then she bumps into the two sisters who go, "Oh, hey, I uh, I really like your doll. My sister really wants to look at your doll. Can she have a look at it for you?" Yes, okay, here you go. And then boom, pin in the head.
Of course, nothing sinister about this at all. Please, opponent that I'm fighting in the next match, please hold my angel.
Yeah, and also the
There's
sinister music.
oh that too. There's a lot of like I don't know again. I can't really remember if it's like I don't think it is like this in the sub, but in the dub there's a lot of we'll see you on the layer.
Yeah. No, I think they just said right. We'll see you
that's
out there.
oh my god, yeah, like it makes it sound like we'll see you on the layer is a very commonly used phrase in the dub, which is also quite funny.
Oh Jesus.
I think what we're gonna have to do is continue to do it this way so that we can talk about the differences.
I feel you made me ask you so you watched the dub. But yeah,
I don't think Ichan's voice is as good
in the
in the
dub.
dub.
No,
Not
oh,
as good.
that's okay. Um, yeah, and then I think it goes to the fight.
Yeah. And we kind of get into it. The match starts.
Mhm.
Hikaru, like I must say actually, I think the fights in these episodes that we've watched have been significantly better than
Oh
the
yeah,
ones we've seen in previous. I feel like they're starting to put more of an emphasis on a flow to the matches rather than just cutting back to see a move done every now and then and going, "Wow, look at that!" It sort of feels more like a kind of natural progression through a match, which is kind of cool. So
oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They're definitely putting a lot more influence on the matches from now on. Um,
yeah,
so she's like, I'm gonna go in, fight the thing, and they're like, okay, and like she's like the monkey king person,
yeah.
kung fu.
Yeah, they're an extension of my fist. My kung fu is awesome. It can't
Poss-
be beaten,
possibly.
except it can be beaten. You're about to see you're about to see your kung fu get so beaten that you're gonna cheat. So
Um, well, I don't know. She was just basically dodging at this point. I think.
oh, I
I don't know.
thought that Hikaru took like a fairly
And she's
hefty,
drunk.
like was really kicking ass. And then she's like, "Oh, time to go." And it like I think Hikaru goes in for like a shot and just kind of goes Durr! And
Yeah.
it does the whole well, you got the sister up in the crowd going with a little device that obviously has some sort of interference with what the signal between Misaka and Hikaru. So
Mm.
yeah, she just kind of has the dumb when that button's pushed.
Oh, that's the
So yeah, she kind of like she goes in with the intent, like, and it's time to punch. And it's like, why am I here? And then
yeah.
gets properly leveled
Yeah.
several times.
Starts beating up. Tako's in an interview with Misaki's aunt.
That's
Uh,
right.
and she kind of stops the interview and just stares at the screen as they ask,
She
"Who's
point blank ignores her.
who's your biggest rival at the moment?"
She
And she's like,
just goes,
"Huh,
uh.
TV, it's on that." And then they watch, and it's like, "Okay, we can take a break."
Oh my god, it's so funny because she just is like, I don't really like this line of questioning. I'm gonna look at the television.
Yeah.
Also, I'm 4 years old.
No. I think she's 5 now.
Well, yeah, like she's a precocious, very young person.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, and so I was watching it, and then do that, and then she's like, "Oh," as the fist goes down, and it's like that's
Yep.
not right. And then you got Oji Sama in the top of this, watching it from the balcony in the stadium, and goes,
Yeah.
"Those two are up to something." And then you got Ichan in the control room going, "That's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right at
Something's
all."
not right.
Yeah.
And we get I think what this is like basically roll credits on this episode as she starts to lose control, and we get a close up of Misaki's mother watching from the audience, the outside at the big screens, going, "Oh, what's happening? Why is she losing?"
Oh, do we? Is it them?
Yeah, I think we do.
There's
Like I think that, like literally at the bit where it kicks in with the music at the end.
yeah. So you got like that, and there's music kicking, and there's like a wee bit of like drama happening.
Oh yeah, as she's
Sure,
getting
it's
her
like
ass kicked.
the hero was like, "This isn't right." But
I think
yeah,
I think it's basically getting everyone's reaction shot. And
yeah.
yeah, episode ends on a cliffhanger where she's getting the crap kicked out of her.
Dum dum dum.
Yep. Oh
Uh,
man, how do you rate this one, Colin?
how do I rate this one? It's got the laughs. Oh, should mention that Ringo is now friends with Misaki as well.
Oh yes, that's right. As well as Tamayo as well, who has kind of usurped into that. Has gone, well, that means we're friends too. So it's like, yes, we are. We're all friends now.
And they're all having fun.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wait, we forgot to talk about the fact that the manager actually finds Ringo and she just goes, "Bah!" And like just runs away for a while, and then she's like, "Ooh, food." Goes to eat, and it's like, "Hey, Ringo!" Ah! Just keeps running away every time. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So you got that bit.
Yeah, some Looney Tunes style running,
Oh yeah,
which is pretty good.
it's like
Kung Fu Hustle.
oh, it is Kung Fu Hustle, isn't it? It's that one, yeah. I was going to say Kung Pao, but it is Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah. Oh man, I love Kung Fu Hustle so much.
Yeah.
Such a
Ah,
good movie.
I showed that to people, and they were like, and
I went to see it on a whim and was so happy that I'd gone to see it.
I want to see it
You have
too.
the special edition, right? Don't you have like the inflatable axe?
I do. I
Yeah.
have my brother bought that for Christmas once.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. So it's literally that run that they have where he's getting
Yep.
chased by the landlady,
Yeah.
and
Quality.
they're
Quality.
dodging, ducking,
And just
like,
kind of leaning to the and the
yeah,
legs just keep going.
and she's been all like, "Haha, I'm better than you," type thing, and does like a pose, jump, and she jumps over and goes, doo-doo-doo, and then she realizes, like, oh shit, I'm hitting billboard. It's quality. It's
What a
good.
movie.
Um, all those all the like kung fu masters in it were actually old kung fu film people as well. I believe
Yeah. Yeah.
they're all from the old kung fu movies.
Probably from the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, Jackie Chan wasn't in it.
No, I mean like people like him, like that kind of discipline and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, but they had their own movies too.
I also, while we're on it, I don't know if you ever remembered watching, was it Martial Law?
Oh, the TV
Martial.
series.
Yeah, what a TV show!
I never watched it.
Oh, oh, it was so good,
I
so
had
good.
that's had what's his name, Jackie Chan's mate in it, isn't it?
Sammo Hung.
Yeah,
Yeah, God, I love that show. Wonder if that's available to watch anywhere.
Disney.
I'd super watch that. When was it? 98 to 2000.
I could see that on Disney Plus. Anyway, ratings.
Yep.
It was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep it at a 7 though. I think
I'm gonna go up to a 7.
Steve's gone up to a 7.
Yep, because I quite enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good fun.
Yeah.
So, which leads us on to our second episode for this one.
Mhm.
Finish it off! Exclamation mark. Hikaru and Mao's important game.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. I thought it was called
That's it.
something with the real fight.
According to Wikipedia.
Oh, Wikipedia is saying that. Okay.
I wonder if IMDb has it differently. Find out.
I don't know. The sub is always obviously a fan sub.
Well, no, that's the English localization on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
6. So yeah, it's different on Wikipedia. The match, Hikaru and Mao's real fight. Oh man, some of these are different. We're gonna have to check in on that too. That's important.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
So, kick us off on this one, Colin.
This is backflash.
Flashback.
Flashback. Jesus.
Yeah,
Backflash.
yeah. Back flashes.
That's a flashback backwards.
It is.
Anyway, flashback. And it's basically the story of the sisters and how they have the route for revenge.
Yes, it's basically showing them getting their asses kicked by Hatoko. So
She was 4 years old at the time.
yeah,
They're like, oh dear, kindergarten beat us.
how embarrassing.
Yeah, it was like the older sister who knew kung fu, and the younger sister Alice is like a talented doll creator,
Yeah,
and Hako beats him, and it's like, no, cannot allow this to happen. We must get our revenge. And that's it. Then it goes to credits.
and then for the next 10 minutes, it's a repeat of what we just saw in the previous episode.
Was it 10 minutes of that?
No, it's maybe not as long as that, but it's literally it's everything we'd seen previously.
It's not a backflash.
Flashback, but yes, we'll just call them backflashes from now on.
I'm calling them backflashes now just to cover up my mistake.
Fair enough. It's
Backflash.
uh, it's a done deal now.
It's backflash to basically the point where she hands Hikaru over for him to examine and get the pin in,
Yep.
to the point where they are now, where she's failed to be able to control Hikaru properly.
There's not a lot to this episode.
I mean, it's more fighting. So basically, they're all like, "Oh, this is not right. This is been cheating." And each hand's like, I don't know if I got to stop this match because there's 100% cheating in this match."
So here's the thing, though: is as he's about to leave the control room to go and deal with it,
Mm-hmm.
Ojiro is there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know they're brothers? Are they brothers?
They're
Have I
brothers.
missed this? How did I miss this?
I think they're fleshing things out a lot more. Like, for example, the mother
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
I think that was first really only really fully confirmed last episode.
Yeah. Even though you can kind of tell, but yeah, like the Ojiro and Ichan thing, there was no like no evidence running up to that at all. It was just he goes, "Oh, hello, brother." You're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
What?"
I, I don't know. I think maybe there was a bit like because he was obviously trained with like Hikaru's
The
mother,
mother.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Misaki's mother, in the lab, and it's like, why is this kid here?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was strongly hinted that he had to do family business stuff. Keep an eye on Misaki
It's true.
and other
Yeah, I guess
things.
I just didn't. I didn't put two and two together that
I
way.
mean, like I say, I think this is the first time they probably did say brother to each other. Um,
It just made me laugh because it made me feel like such an idiot. Where it's like, "Oh, hello, brother." You're like, "Hang on a minute.
yeah,
Hang on a minute. That can't be right." Wasn't.
yeah, and then he's like, "I'll deal with this," and yep, he goes deals with it. So Hikaru's getting beaten up. She's got some control back and kind of defending blocks and stuff,
Yep.
and then they press the button and she's like on the edge, and she gets whipped in the face because she lets her guard down because she loses control. And then I think Oshi-sama basically goes, "I wouldn't do that." And I think also the other sister, sister that's the duelist, the controller, states like, "We must go and beat Hatoko. It's our duty. You can't get our way. We must win." And it's just, and Misaki's like, "No, it's not. That's not right.
It's
It's not the spirit of the
it's kind
game."
of doing. Yeah, it's kind of doing a lot of speed racer style to different people going, "We must defeat the person." Oh yes, we must. Sort of thing. Quite a lot of the time, I'm noticing.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it is.
Very much in this episode, though.
Oh yeah, well, they're pretty much on revenge on Hatoko for humiliating them last year.
Of course, of
And
course.
Misaki's like, "No, that's not the spirit of the game. Shouldn't be doing that. There's no point. Where's the fun? You're taking the fun out of the game." And they're like, "What?" And
What's
then
this fun you speak of?
what's fun? Fun? That's not fun. It's revenge. It's all about the revenge.
Yep, all
Uh,
about the revenge.
so I think does she then kind of like, okay, let's do it. Let's have like a proper fight.
She. So yeah, after Ojiro, because Ojiro's like, "Oh, let me go and deal with it. Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Hey, maybe don't do that. Stop that shit. Stop pushing the thing in your pocket. Just don't do it. For me, please, don't do it. Don't do it anymore." And she's like, "I guess, whatever."
Yeah.
Uh, and then the sister who's in the battle is like, "Oh, what's going on? Like, oh no. Why haven't they stopped the match? Like, surely, like they've realized that we're cheating." Uh, we should also mention that Ichan's like, "It's clearly quantum interference," and it's like, "Oh yeah, obviously that's what it is." Um,
Yeah,
And then
obviously.
yeah, she's like, I guess like we should maybe just try and have fun with this then. Yeah, like it doesn't matter how small you are or how whatever, like how old you are. It's all about like your connection to your angel and having fun. She's like, oh yeah, we could just have fun or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing, because that's something that Hatoko actually said. Apart from, I'm gonna only I can beat you. She said it doesn't matter what you are. Is in the layer, the age and size does not matter.
Yep, that's very true. And she Misaki regurgitates that
Mhm.
like it was her own idea.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's I came up with this. It's just like a little something I say to myself when I'm in these fights."
Yeah. So then they go, okay, then let's do it. Uh,
Yep.
I just like, and then older sister goes, haha, you forgot to fight like Hatoko. I have anti Hatoko moves, and
Hmm.
kind of starts swinging and beating her up, and then Misaki's like, ooh, all right, time to do the Rolling Thunder. Oh no, that move stops me from doing Rolling Thunder. I can't do it after like 3 hits, I think. And then she's like, "Ha, you can't beat me if you're just going to copy her moves." So she's like, "Okay," and then she jumps into the air
Yep.
and is like above them, and she just like drop kicks him, basically. Just
Yeah. Nothing. No, I like that. It's like, oh, a drop kick. That's not. Where did that come from? And you're like, yeah, nobody's done that in this show yet.
I mean,
I feel
except
like
from
that.
the nurse.
Yeah, except for 90% of the angels in the fights.
Yeah, yeah.
It might as well be like it might as well be the game dive kick at this point.
It's pretty much is, isn't it? And then she gets knocked down, and everyone's like, "Yeah, she's done it!" And then she gets up, and then
Yep.
like, and she just goes, "Take her a go," and then does a roundhouse kick in her face and knocks her out.
Yep.
And
Ring out.
ring out, and that's it. And
It's like, oh, I hope I didn't. Is your angel okay? Is she all right? Is everything okay? You all right? You all right? She's like, yeah, yeah,
oh,
everything's fine. Can I just see your just let me see that angel just for a second? Uh, and she's like, what does she say in the sub? Out of curiosity, what does
uh,
she tell her it is?
it's just a bit of string or something, I think.
Oh, yeah, she says it's like in the dub. It's like, oh, it's just a bit of lint. It's a bit of lint.
A
I
bit
don't
of
want to let
length.
you know I was cheating.
Yeah,
I,
where it's clearly obvious, and like then they're
yeah,
like go out the ring, and he meets the sister, and it's like, did they know they were cheating? How could they tell? Oh, it wasn't obvious at all. You weren't like, this action. There's no sort of
practically broadcasting it. The whole thing
yeah, the lag, and
could
then
have made it more obvious, but yeah, okay.
then the little sister goes like, "Oh, I hate that OG Sama. It's all his fault that we're out now because they're sitting on the bench in the park."
Yeah,
And it's like, it's fine. Maybe I'll make my own angel. It's like, oh, you don't like my angels anymore? It's like, no, you should be playing with your angels. I'll make my
yep.
own because it's fun.
Make the bond.
Make the bond and make it fun.
Yeah,
There you go. Power of Misaki happens again. Um,
discovering the meaning of the power of friendship.
yeah. But I think Misaki's mum gets rushed away in the car. It's like because
She does.
she went there on her Todd, much the all the kind of
She,
cares.
she probably got rolled there by that woman that threatened her earlier on.
When was her sister?
I know, but still, it's just like, oh, why don't you go talk to her? I'll like, I'll fucking push you.
Yeah, don't think she's saying
There's,
that.
there's this hill here. I'll do it. I'll
I'm afraid
fucking do
it's
it.
not in the sub that I always watch.
No, even like, but in the dub, she's like, I could push you. It's like that is dark.
She did say something along those lines. She said,
Yeah.
"I could just take you there." force you to meet her. It's like, no, don't do
Yeah,
that.
I
And
can
then,
force you to meet her, hinting heavily. It's like, hey, there's a hill and you have wheels. Time to go.
yeah, and also, she calls her grouchy in the sub.
I think that's fair.
Anyway, so she's in a car with this assistant saying, yeah, yeah, you should have called, should have let us know, type thing. Oh, thanks for calling anyway.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. But don't do that. Um, oh, and
Well, I was gonna say we end out this episode where like one of the other deises comes up and is like, "Hey, Hikaru, sorry, Misaki, just like come with us. We need to like stand out in the crowd, like on the arena, and have people cheer for us." Uh,
yeah, well, they're into the semi-finals, I think. So
yeah,
basically,
yeah, she secured her slot to the semis.
yeah,
That's what that victory meant. But the I think she also says like it's like, oh, and hey, I hope that you I hope you figured out how to deal with your Hikaru's weakness before our fight.
and
It's
yeah,
like,
that was
what?
yeah, yeah. So she basically, so I wait here, and then Hoko comes, and then Sai and the Sakura, I don't know what her name is, nurse lady,
Yeah.
appears, and then Sai is the one that says, yeah, about this thing. And then she's like, oh,
I find that funny because she's totally trolling her.
I mean, you think that?
I could, but I also like I could also have the counterpoint, which is which weakness are you talking about? Is it her gullibility? Is it her ability to only use moves that her friend Tamayo has used? Like, what is it? Because if you hang about with her long enough, you'll know her entire repertoire.
Yeah, yeah. What is the? You'll find out soon enough. And then there's like Oji and Ichan talking to each other, and going,
Yes.
she has a weakness, by the way. And it's like, a weakness? Yeah, have you told her? No, I can't let her tell her.
What did
She's
she say?
she's that person's mother,
Is
daughter.
she like? I don't know. I'm deeply worried that she has like some sort of genetic issue where she's also potentially wheelchair bound.
Uh, oh, Misaki.
Yeah.
No, not yet, as far as I know.
Yeah. Shit. Got time.
Yeah, she does have time, because you'll find out in later why her mother's not
Well,
showing her face.
yeah, we're nearly we're nearly halfway through this show now, Colin. none, none of it has been particularly clear.
No, no, it's classic early 2090s anime.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful.
Just
Well, I
throwing
think
those
that's pretty
plot
much this
twists.
whole episode, though, right?
Yeah, I think it ends on the brothers talking.
How do you feel about this one?
This one, I liked it. I mean, it was a bit serious. That's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
not as many laughs in this one.
yeah. The only loss is the naivety of Misaki.
Yes.
um, what else? Nope. I think that's it. I like the fight. The fight was good, and the
Yeah.
fight was the
Yeah, the
most
fight
most
was
part
pretty
of it.
good. I would agree.
So maybe I'll stick with a 7.
I think I'll probably do the same. I think it's like uh I think the show is at its best when it's funny, if I'm honest, but I actually thought the fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can't argue. Can't argue. Which leads us to our next episode. Curious. Oh man. I'm just having a look at when these episodes aired, and like the last two episodes came out after 9/11. Like episode 24 aired, then 2 days later, 9/11, and then then they finished off that show.
Oh wow.
I feel like we talked about this a little bit for Cowboy Bebop as well, because I think it had like a delay actually, and it's showing in America because of 9/11. So
Uh, no, would be 9/11
for the dub.
for the dub. I thought it came out in '98.
Uh, uh
Maybe the dub is later though.
you talk to me about episode 12 while I look this up. It's Misaki and Kotaro. Their exciting date.
Their exciting date. It's the date episode that you're all been waiting for. This
Uh,
very much school days.
it's it reminded me of the Okabe and what's their name's character?
Oh, Rio, the the
Yeah,
the dude chick.
yeah, the one that was like a girl in some realities and a boy in the others,
Yeah, so he was originally a boy in like the original
but
reality of it
always
all.
always looked feminine anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that character, it made me think of that day that they had at the dojo in that one episode.
I mean, yeah, I suppose it's kind
I
of
don't know
weird.
why.
Um, but not. I think it starts off with Misaki waking up and going, "Hey, Auntie, how you doing?" And she's, "Oh yeah, she's left for work early today." And then she starts doing the cleaning and sees the White Angel and Arvert for Angelic Layer on the TV. And then goes, "Oh shit, I'm late for school. Bye." And then she runs out and goes to school, and then she's playing volleyball
Yep.
with Tamo, and Tamo's like, "Zaki!" And she's like, "Okay." And she smacks the ball right into Tamo's face. And Tamo goes, "It's okay if I get hurt by Misaki, it's fine." And
It's all good.
Kotaro's looking on at the volleyball pitch when he's playing football or soccer for those Americans. And he too gets smacked in the face by a ball. But the
Yes.
other boys are just like, "Quit daydreaming, get back to don't give a shit," as it would be. Uh,
Yes.
anyway, so Tomio and Zaki are cleaning himself up at the sink. It's outside.
Hmm.
And I think Misaki says, "Oh, I've been thinking about my weakness." And Tomio's like, "Who said that?" "Oh, this Sai person said it. She said her a weakness." And it's just like, don't be stupid. She's just lying to you.
Yeah.
And then she goes into like ninja mode and like, "Right, we should go and stalk them." And like put the towel, whatever she was using to wipe her face with, over her head, and true Japanese ninja pervy man style.
Yeah.
And all Mizaki has to say is, "Well, don't get caught." That's all she
Don't
says.
get caught. Don't get
Uh,
caught.
yeah, don't get caught. And then she's out at the Angelic Layer shop training with the red balls,
Yes.
and she gets a ranking of B, 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 and A.
With scores like that, she ain't gonna win.
Yeah, apparently. And then Kotaro and Hatoko appear and go, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, I had to go shopping with my sister because she asked me to." "So, you're such a nice boy." And I think Hanako has some like sassy thing to say, like, "Yeah, nice boys don't get nowhere," or something of those
Nice
lines.
guys finish last.
Was that what it ended up?
Yeah, it is. It said it talks about how nice guys finish last. Yeah.
It's not that. It's like, actually, it's not like that. But anyway, um, so then Hogo's like, "Hey, let me try," and then she runs and does it, and she gets all these,
Yep.
and it's like,
It's like, oh shit.
you're pretty good."
Yep. Turns out you're a natural at this somehow.
Yeah,
You tiny demon.
age and height does not matter.
No, doesn't matter.
Um, and so I think Misaki says something along those lines. It's like, oh, no, they were like, oh, she seems troubled. She doesn't seem right. Well, what's wrong with it? And then Hatako's like, hint, hint, you should maybe go and ask her out. This is the time
Yes.
to be the hero.
Hint, hint.
And
See, when you
then,
say the word troubled, I've just like for some reason in my head there is only one thing that has ever used the word troubled, and it's in Lilo and Stitch. The word troubled is used, and as soon as someone says the word troubled, my mind is immediately taken to Stitch is troubled. He needs desserts. It's immediately where my head goes. I think it might be broken.
we both know the answer to that.
I mean, yes, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Yeah,
It's very much
definitely
so.
broken. And just while I'm interjecting, the English dub for Adult Swim of Cowboy Bebop began on September 3rd, 2001.
September 3rd, 2001.
Yep.
And then,
So 8 days prior. And then they showed an episode on the 10th, and then or a couple of episodes of the 10th, and then they didn't show another episode for 2 weeks.
okay, fair enough.
There you go. History.
In the making.
Well, no, it's done now.
I mean, that was like 22 years ago.
Yeah, that's God.
Like 9/11. Um, is it? Is it not 11th of September 2001?
Yes. Yep.
It's not 9/11 then.
Well, it is in America.
9/11 is the 9th of November.
Yeah, but they put the
Emphasis.
they I I don't know whether it was a nightmare or a conscious epiphany.
Mhm.
But one day I was thinking about how they structure their dates, month, day, year.
Mhm.
And it occurred to me that potentially in a file structure would make more sense than our way.
I suppose would it not make more sense to have year, month, day
I
then?
mean, I would do that. Yes,
So you got the right year.
it's halfway to a good filing structure.
It's not halfway to it.
Well, technically, ours is just all wrong for a filing structure.
I mean, you can always search for like what day things happen, and then you got to work out which month of the day and then the year.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way: I, in previous jobs, have had to work with teams in the United States and have been very frustrated trying to figure out whether the calendar date means this or this.
Yeah, yeah. Nope, not. I don't get it. Saying day, month, year makes sense to me, but in a file structure
Oh,
sense, it should be reversed completely.
I agree. I agree. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
We digest.
We digest.
We digest.
So yeah, Tamio then, sorry, Kotaro then says like, "Hey, I could teach you karate and some stuff."
Yeah, after she runs away, because like, oh yeah, I need to make dinner
Yeah,
for my aunt, and she goes and buys
that's
some,
right.
goes to buy some meat, and then the
She
shopkeeper
goes to
goes
buy the.
like,
That's right.
shopkeeper
Forgot
goes,
about that.
oh, you buying things for your parents? And she didn't really answer that, and then it's like, you lot, fourth year, and she then goes, what? Fourth? Oh,
Oh,
sorry, my
sorry.
bad, third year, and it's just
So
like,
is it meat? Is it meat in the sub because it's fish in the dub?
um, it might be fish.
Because he says he goes, "Hey miss, are you out running errands? How incredible!" for like a fourth year. Third year. I'm sorry. And then she just runs away, and he's like, "But miss, your food."
Yeah. I thought it was Shisami or something.
Sorry,
Shishami, I think is in the dub, in the sub.
sashimi.
Shishimi, yeah.
Yeah, so that's salmon.
Oh, is that salmon,
That's
is it?
fish. Sashimi, I think
Oh,
is fish.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's raw fish. Oh, it says or meat actually, sliced into thin. That's interesting. I've always assumed sashimi was fish. So yeah, technically could be either.
Must be a type of cut.
Yeah, it seems like it's thinly sliced. So
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So she runs off and gets the thing, and then Kotaro thing. So you seem troubled, blah blah blah, and says, "Oh, I've been told I have a weakness. Oh, maybe you can watch me do karate." Uh, and then I think they're talking around some clock in the park,
yes,
and sorry, we'll meet here at Sunday at 12
whatever
noon.
time. Yeah,
12,
12 noon,
12,
and
12 in the
their
afternoon.
hands touch. Hands touch.
Yeah, and then the blush.
They blush,
Yep.
and then they both run away, going.
No.
No.
I think Misaki runs away and goes, "Oh yeah, I got to cook that food.
Yep.
Bye."
Bye.
Uh,
Got shit to do. She's always got shit to do.
yeah, and then she says, "I'll make you this a while, by the way." Some,
Oh yeah, because it cuts to the morning of, and she's been up since fucking 4 a.m. just making every piece of food she possibly can.
yeah, and then Aunt wakes up and says, "Oh, it's Sunday, and you're making a thing." Yeah, who's this for? Kotaro. Oh, that boy is getting arm wrestled, beaten up by the girl.
Yep.
I think she says it. They say it in a way that she's like, "What?" It's like he's getting this move done to him, and he's like, "What's that? Is that like some fish or something? Upside down
There's
shrimp?"
a there's a thing as well in this where we get back to this horrendous like trying to marry her off to whoever. It's like, if you keep making food for this kid, it's like he's gonna try to get romantic. Then what are you gonna do? And she like kind of like shakes her.
Well, they keep saying that she's wife material because she keeps cooking.
Yep.
She's a
Yep.
good cook.
She cooks
You're
real good. Wife material.
you're wife material there, Misaki.
There's a kind of grossness to this that I don't like.
Oh, it's just an innocent joke that she's really good at cooking and
I, I
housework.
don't know, but it keeps coming up because like in fact I think in the previous episode we did miss the bit where he's like, hey, you keep that sort of stuff up and I'll marry you myself. It's like, what?
Yeah, that
What
was a
were we talking about?
that was a while back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, she basically goes to the park and goes, my aunt's talking a lot of shite today. It was basically it. She's talking such nonsense.
God, what is wrong with her?
Yeah, type thing.
She needs to seek therapy.
Uh, um. Anyway, so he goes, "Oh no, there's Kotaro. I'm a late," type thing, and
Yeah.
waves to the bridge, and then goes, "Oh no, I came early." So all right, let's eat this food here because it's
Yes.
nice, and they eat the food, and then when I was making it, I wondered which one you would go for first, and you went for the one that I thought was first that you'd eat first.
The egg one.
The egg one, yeah, probably the egg one.
She's like, what a strange choice, and yeah, I was right. I was right that you chose that. And then he starts to choke because he's like, oh my god, what's going on? And then she's like, here, have some tea. And then he touches her hand again. He starts to blush, and she's like, but be careful, it's hot. And he's like, oh yeah, I did notice that. You're like, I hope so. Fucking
through
hot tea, man.
through her hands.
Yeah.
No, so she didn't actually have any of it.
No, no, it could literally be poison. Like we
Yeah.
don't know. Like this is the other thing is like it's like she never eats any of her own.
No, apparently
she's
not.
just she's just feeding everyone. I'm like, oh,
She's a feeder.
so like slowly heavy metal poisoning all of her friends and family.
Jesus. She's a feeder, man. That's what she is.
God.
Um, yeah, so she's doing that, and then, okay, let's go. And then they walk away and go to the dojo, and
Oh
she's
wait,
like, "Oh,
he comments on her small hands, but they're cute too. And she's like, yes, I do have small hands. That's why the rice balls are always so small.
yeah, they're not very good for making the rice
Oh my
balls."
god, it's just so awkward.
I mean, it seems right for the two characters, to be honest.
It does. It's definitely characteristically correct.
Yes. And then they walk off to watch them do karate,
Yep.
and she goes, "Oh, this dojo's got your second name on it, your last name on it,
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi Dojo." Wait, yeah, it's my family's dojo. What? It's Sunday, no one's here.
Ah!
Ah,
Yeah. But it's
yeah.
closed, so don't worry, no one's here. She's like, oh, okay. It's like, wow, it's huge. There's just so much space in here.
Mm-hmm.
And he
And
takes
then
her to like one of the main halls, and he's like, "Hey, just wait here while I go and get changed." It's like, oh, okay.
mhm,
Okay.
and he does. And he's like, "Oh
Yep.
wow, you look pretty good."
Thanks. I guess here, like, watch me do some karate, and then he
Yeah.
makes her sit down and watches her run through katas, and it's like, oh yeah, he's this is all right, I guess. Like, I'm really feeling that this is making an improvement to me
Mhm. Yeah.
because
Also,
she was feeling real bad.
real bad. Was she?
Yeah, about like her chances of winning the fight without finding the weakness. It's like, why am I here to help find the weakness? I know I'll just watch this guy do karate into the air for a couple of minutes, and that'll do it.
Yeah, maybe. She's got an intense stare too as he's
Oh,
doing it. That's the best part.
yeah, it's awkward.
100%. And then I think they're just talking.
So he says something like, she asks whether height has an advantage, like whether she stands a chance being so small, like does it make a difference? And he's like, well, being tall has an advantage, but small, you have your own fighting style too. And she's like, oh, my own fighting style. Small, my own fighting style. Small, my own fighting style. Yes, yes, that's true. Is it what you're really trying to do is like maximize the impact with the minimum effort? Yes, maximize the effort with the minimum impact. Maximize effort with minimum impact. I see. And she just kind of keeps repeating everything back to him. She's like, I see, I understand, I understand. And it's like, I don't know that you do. You're just like saying things now.
I pretty sure that's not what's in the sub.
Oh, really? Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think that's his English.
And the
Uh,
sub, she's just like super repetitive and like, yes, yes, I understand.
yeah, I don't even think that that. I think
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like because he's just basically explained how he isn't that good, and like there's also the champions of the dojo are better than him.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, and then she just asks about the size and stuff because she's always kind of like
Yep.
focused on her size.
Her size. Well, he does say at the start of that, he's like, oh, I just did the easy stuff. And she's like, absolutely not. No, you didn't. It's like, you don't know anything about karate. How do you know?
Uh, Once again, I think that might just be in the dub. I don't remember reading that.
Oh, that's so good.
But then I'm reading
I
a
can't
fan
wait to
dub.
have more of these conversations as we go. Like, I don't think it's a fan dub. I think it's the official dub.
Oh no, I think mine's a fan sub.
Oh, I mean, it's not Ghost Stories level.
Oh no. It's like when
It's still encompassing with the show.
yeah, it's like when it was getting released and you do the fan sub
Yeah,
releases.
yeah, like the good old days of Backafish and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, one of those groups. Um,
Yeah,
so what I did say though is like in the Japanese version they do go thank you a lot, and then the sub goes arigato. Agi,
Oh, okay.
God, was it?
Arigato.
Arigato, yeah, in it. When they
Mm-hmm.
say the English word, it's like, all right, okay,
Just say thank you.
yeah. Um,
Which just makes me think of that bit of the IT crowd. It's like, oh, I never know what to say at these things. Just say, I'm sorry for your loss, and then move on. He goes up to the funeral in the queue and goes, I'm sorry for your loss. Move on.
is that Moss?
I think it might be, yeah.
Oh, must be Moss.
It's so good.
He's still not
It's
there.
either him or Roy. I'm sure it's one of those two, but it's good.
No, it's got the Moss. It seems more a Moss thing. Um. Anyway, yeah. So they do the they have that wee conversation, and then
Yep.
enters Tamio.
At full speed.
That's
Full speed.
here. Here comes Tamio, and then she just let some weird
She just like a hook kick.
a backwards hook kick comes over from the
Yeah.
back into his
Yeah.
face, floors him.
It's just completely waylays him. It's like, oh hey, you didn't tell me you were having a secret meeting, and oh, there's food too. He's like, you
Yeah,
need food. Oh, this is great. But this is going to cost you, Kotaro. Not telling me about this.
yeah. Uh, your date, your secret date in
Yep.
the dojo, eh? Ah,
But
no.
I like. But then Misaki's like not even phased by the fact that she's saying all of these things. Instead, she's like, "Oh, what was that thing you just did to Kotaro? Do you think you could show me that again?" She's like, "Oh, absolutely, but I might kill him if I do it again."
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He's
She's probably
unconscious on the ground, like face into the ground.
prodding him
Oh, it's so good,
when she says that.
very good.
Um, and then rain starts happening. And Misaki's like, "Oh no, the washing, gotta
Gotta
go!"
get the washing in.
And then she
Bye bye bye.
runs away.
Yep.
I mean, they're not even close by to the house.
No, I don't
That
know.
washing's done for.
It's potentially the rain maybe started at your house. Like it's already too late.
It's alright, really. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she gets there and with takes a hickory with her because she has that with her. And then
Would you know?
do they ask? Do they go? Oh, wait, what about an umbrella? She's like, no time. Bye.
she
She's
just
still learning
abandons
it
ship. I just remember she ends up underneath a slide in a play park
with a cat.
because she's worried about worried about Hikaru getting wet, and there's a cat meowing, and then Ojiro shows up
Mhm. Oh,
and I think she's talking to him about the weakness. The weakness.
uh, no, don't think she
Is it
mentions
not?
it. Maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe
Maybe,
not. I could have.
maybe she does. She certainly says something, and Ojo goes, "Are you okay?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm always okay." And then says something, and then the sun comes out, and then
Yep.
he walks
It's no
away.
longer raining. But
Yeah.
like, can we talk about him walking away though? Right? Because he's got the umbrella up as he's walking away.
Uh-huh.
And it stops raining, and he puts that away. But as we see him walking away, he has the umbrella up with his left hand,
Uh-huh.
but in his right hand, I think he has what is a second umbrella.
Oh yeah, 100%. He has a second umbrella
Which-
there.
He's dual wielding umbrellas.
Well, that was for
I
Misaki.
know it just amused me to think it's like, no, this is how I use umbrellas. I just
It,
bring two.
it amuses you that he's always stalking her.
I mean, yes, like
That's
dual wielding umbrellas is nightmarish in that framework.
I was like, he's blatantly doing what his brother does,
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, isn't it?
but he didn't have like the humor side of things going with
No,
him.
he's not Wiggly Ichan. He is just dead straight Ojiro. So
Same Wiggly Ishan when you talk about stuff. People
I
just
it's
worse.
just immediate a bit of an ick. So whoops. But yeah, that kind of finishes up, and then we go back to the dojo, where I think we get our glimpse of what is the love triangle that is in this show. I assume
Yeah.
uh, Tamio sort of gently holds Kotaro from behind, talking about, like, oh, she's great, she's really good wife material. I can understand why you'd be into her. And then she's like, but you're gonna have to beat me in a fight before you get to date her. And she like tries to break his arm off.
He 100% breaks his arm off.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's actually I think there's even some tears flowing from him as she's like snapping his arm.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit before that. There's like, they notice that she's left her food, and Tammy was like, well, I'll
Oh,
go and wash
that's
it
right.
up for you. And then they have a
That's
bit of a
right.
tug of war, and that's how they get into
They get
the weird, the
the
weird,
holding position.
yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
but
all
they've been
dark.
friends since they were kids, though, right? I think that's the pretense there is that there's always been some feelings there,
Oh,
at
at least from
least
Tammy
on her
sense.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least from her part. I don't
Uh,
know if like it would probably be unfair to say Kotaro has never felt that way, because I don't think we know really. He's not there right now. So
yeah. I was, they're kind of like in the dark in this hug, like a forbidden hug type thing. And, and then it goes all light when she basically starts breaking his arm. It's like, ha! You gotta beat me. You can't have her for
that's
me. She's mine.
that's right. Um.
Uh, and then,
Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything else to this one?
oh yeah,
There.
they've been testing the new scenery.
That's wait, that's what Ojiro says. He says, you know, uh, Angelic Layer is going to change soon. In your
As
next match, you'll find out what that change is. And she's like, oh, okay. Which is a bit like someone's, it's like, hey, I know you play basketball. Change the rules of basketball. Good luck in your next match. And not telling them what it's about. It's like, hey, good luck. Good luck understanding the rules of the sport that you've become accustomed to, because I'm going to change them arbitrarily.
happens all the time in basketball.
It's fucking wild. It's like, hey, know that sport? Not anymore. You don't. Have
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. No, it's the. I think he says there's a new system in the sub.
It's a new system. That's what it is. He says. She's
New
like, oh,
new
new
system,
system.
and it's going to be
We're not
there
going to
for
tell you
you.
what it is, but
Yeah,
yeah, we're changing it. It's going to make a difference. It's going to change things.
go and prepare.
Cool. 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 Cool.
And
Cool. Cool.
and but you saw Misaki's mom testing it out for him in the lab, and
That's
she's
right.
straining herself to do it.
She pushes herself too hard.
Yeah, and then kind of like, I think I can go more. It's fine. I got this. I got it. And then the slumps over.
Yep. So
Um,
you need to fucking stop doing that. Is what you need to stop doing.
that's what Ichan says. Don't do that in front of me, please.
Don't fucking do that.
Yeah,
Psychopath.
yeah. But I need to make sure it's ready for the time. Uh, yeah, and so it's basically 3D scenery because you get
Yeah.
to see her jumping along mesh rocks.
Yeah,
And
it's no longer just a blank arena,
mm,
which I think is. I think this is actually going to be a pretty big difference. I must admit, I do think this is kind of cool. So
it's going to make all the difference in all the matches.
I do think it is a bit wild though. It's like hey, golf. We played it on grass and now just in space.
Hmm?
It's different. It's
Yeah,
a different game.
what
I
is
don't
it?
think it's so much
Big
like
giant robot
you
golf.
could equate it to like the way they play tennis on like clay, hard court, or grass.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
suppose it's certainly going to. Yeah, it's certainly going to change the way the fights happen.
I bet they'll be better because of it at the very
Uh,
least. So
that's what they're thinking. Drawing the
fun
crowd,
hope.
getting the big
Yeah,
fights, getting everyone
yeah,
excited.
for real.
Still
Good
can't believe
times.
it's like episode 12.
Yeah. We are almost 50% of the way through. And how do you
Oh,
rate this one, Colin?
this one.
Mhm.
This is. I mean, it's setting up things for a love triangle breakups of like who is she going to go with? Is it
Yep.
Oshi-sama or Kotaro? Who? Who
I.
is her love interest?
What's your thoughts? How? Well, you tell me how you give me your score, and then I'd like you to guess at what you think I give this one.
I'm going to say this is. Well, I suppose it's a bit different from the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay a 7, just because it isn't too fillerish. Filler. That's not even
It's fair.
filler, I think.
No. So,
I,
what do you think I would give this then?
I'm thinking you're going to give it an 8 because it reminds you of school days.
No, no, no. I did not go that high. I am maintaining my 7 because I think you're right. I think there's. I definitely liked the Tamayo Kotaro stuff. That's
Mm.
like really interesting, and yeah, there's some stuff for shadowing and foreboding in this that I think is really cool. So yeah, like I actually didn't think I was going to enjoy much of this episode when it started, and then kind of I think actually after Tamio comes into it, it gets a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely brings it up. And
It changes the pace of the episode. I
it's
think, like,
also
because it,
interspliced with the progression they're doing, the testing for the thing.
yeah. I think the other thing is the testing's not even that interesting until the collapse part. So even that part is sort of like synced up with that. So it just it feels like it's all sort of very by the numbers at a certain point where it's just like, oh, this is happening and this is happening, but yeah, then the kind of intrigue and excitement happens, so it's cool. I
Give
like
it
it.
the love triangle treatment.
Yep. I like. Hey, I think stories like that are often quite interesting. I think it adds a lot of kind of good dynamics to a show, particularly within like friend groups and things like that. I know we talked a lot about that in Haruhi.
Hi.
Like, yeah, because
Yeah.
like
All the
I think because
ciphers.
you have all of the different characters who actually I think all in their different ways sort of well, all except Yuki, who uh actually likes what's his name, um
Uh, the main guy.
yeah,
Hmm. Yep.
I can't, but like um I feel like it's
Koizumi.
Kyon, uh, Koizumi, who is kind of sort of as you feel it, sort of like a bit of a uh it's funny because it's like uh they're all kind of in love with Kyon and not Suzume, not Suzumiya, yeah, not Haruhi, which I think is like kind of interesting. Um,
Mm.
they like, and we gradually see that like every every character, uh, like we talk about how like I think just that adds such a unique thing, and obviously I you don't get the Yuki part of that really until the disappearance. That's when that becomes like
Yeah.
crystallized. I still need to grab the Blu-ray for that actually. Shit. And now that I have the drive to rip it, I'm absolutely going to do that and watch it again. Been too
All
long.
right. Yeah. And then there was I think the other one's out. The disappearance of Yuki.
Is that a show? I know it's a
I think it got made into a show.
man.
It was a manga for sure.
Oh, do we have to do that now?
I don't.
Should
Do we?
maybe
Don't want to do that in case it's just season 2 again.
back to go back. Shit.
Back in
Yeah.
time.
It's only 16 episodes in an OVA. So okay. Unofficial commitment, but I feel like maybe after Angelic Layer, I think that could be a good thing to go to. I think I'd really like to cover that.
All right. Okay.
That could be good fun. As long as we can find somewhere to watch it. It doesn't seem exactly easy. Oh shit. Oh, that's annoying. It's on Funimation.
Is it Funimation?
What the fuck? I mean, if I no, it's in Funimation in the US as well. God damn it.
Funimation's had.
And
Well,
in Australia. Shit.
oh, it was them that had Suzume. Anyway, all of them's at the
Yeah,
movie.
that's true. I do. I actually think I'd like to buy the Blu-rays and stuff like that for that show. I ended up liking that a lot more than I
Mhm.
thought I would. The
But
Blu-rays for the Disappearance of Nagato Yuki-chan, which is the name of the show, is available for £22.
not bad. £22.
That's a pretty reasonable price, less than £1 an episode.
Yeah, must be special price.
Weirdly, it costs more to buy it secondhand.
It must be down.
Oh, it's only Japanese language, so that's interesting. So there's no dub for that.
Anyway,
Seasons one and two of Haruhi are £28, and the movie, The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, is £26.
wow, that's a lot of money for
It
all
is,
of them.
but I'd pay it. I would certainly pay for the movie. I want to watch the movie again. It's oh, it's so good. Anyway, I think we've reached the end of the episode. We've gone through episodes 10, 11, and 12 today.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week talking about episodes 13, 14, and 15, taking us over the halfway mark of the show. What interesting developments will be made during those, we will find out soon, or I will find out soon, and Colin will remember soon.
I will remember.
I bel Yeah, I believe between this recording and the next recording, we will have tried to fix my computer so it's a little more stable. We'll see how this goes.
No,
No, not going to do that.
maybe. I don't know. When
Oh,
when when we when are we doing that?
oh. I don't know. Whenever you're available, because it'll at least take a few hours to strip it all back and
Oh,
put it in together.
when I'm could do it tomorrow if you want.
I could probably do tomorrow. Let me double check, and I'll get back to you.
Oh shit! I got to do that job application.
I mean, you should do that. That is more important than my PC. My PC can wait.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Or ultimately, like, I mean, I could probably put it together myself as well. It's always good to have like a second set of eyes to double check what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like,
It
because
should be.
as I said, ironically, the last time I upgraded my computer, I literally turned it on and it just turned on. It's like, oh, didn't expect that to happen.
And now you got all these problems.
And now I've got all these problems when I thought that replacing a PSU and a cooler would be nice and easy.
It
Turns out I was wrong.
should have been.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that fucking PSUs that I was using was damaged in some way.
Yeah, hope it's not done anything else. Here, I got a joke for you.
Go for it.
Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
I don't know.
It got stuck in a crack.
Okay. Okay.
How
Yep.
about this? How about this one? How many apples grow on a tree?
I don't know.
All of them.
Where are you getting these?
I've got this book. This book here. Dad jokes.
Oh,
The ultimate collection from the family comedian, from Jim Chumley.
Jim Chumley.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
That's not a great name.
Oh, I mean, it's not a great joke book. It's fucking terrible jokes.
Yeah, that's good.
Where did Napoleon keep his armies?
Oh, up his sleeves.
Up his sleeves, yeah. R.I.P. boiled water. You will be missed.
Ugh.
See? What's
We're at
white
the
and
end of
can't
another episode. Oh god.
climb
Go,
trees?
go. Paper, snow, a ghost.
A fridge.
Sure.
But not all fridges are white. That's just been racist to fridges now.
That just reminds me of Friends, where it was something that was white, and he says paper, snow, a ghost.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the.
So,
I'll let you.
no, finish your thought. No, do it, and then I'll do it.
It's what's red, white, red, black, white, red, black, white, red, black, white, red, black, white.
Something about a bleeding penguin rolling down a hill, or
And you're close. A sunburned penguin rolled down the hill.
yeah, there you go. It's what was it? What's black and white and red all over was none chewing razor blades was the joke I was told.
It's not a
Not,
newspaper.
not a great joke. No, it's not. So yeah, we've reached the end of another episode. We will be back next week to discuss more Angelic Layer. As you know, Who's That Anime is an anime podcast and can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime. We don't make any money from this. We don't have any advertising. We do, however, just kind of enjoy talking about anime. So if you also enjoy that and want to leave a review, feel free. That would be kind of awesome. If you've already left a review or can't leave a review because of where you listen to the show, it would always be cool to maybe tell a friend if you do like what it is that you do. We do have a Discord. The Discord is in the link for that is in the show notes. We have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest and greatest episodes and the occasional anime meme. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. This one will be slightly later as a result of we're recording on the night of actually needing to put an episode up audio wise. So we will forgive and forget on that. That's totally just to do with scheduling. But we are running these more sort of in sync now with the newer episodes coming out relatively close, if not on the same day. Colin and I also like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. You can find archives of all the stuff from those live streams on YouTube too if you go to youtube.com and search for at couchfuel or at hailpayman. And I think that's us.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. Let's close out with a joke. I just watched a documentary about the beavers. It was the best damn show I ever saw.
I was going to say it was pretty damning. Yeah, okay.
I was. Oh, I mean that joke was.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of that. Was it Natural Creatures or something?
Oh. Was it claymation?
No, it's like that we kind of like TikTok video people.
Oh, Natural Habitat.
Yeah,
Natural Habitat shorts.
yeah. And there's one where it talks about the beavers essentially.
Yep.
Don't like
the
this.
sound of running water.
Makes them want to build dams, and it's just like in a swimming pool in a flim.
Yeah, there's a beaver in an inner tube just going. Ah! It's like, hey, do we need to be worried about that guy? Better keep an eye on him. And then someone just blew like all the lifeguards blowing whistles at him as he's like making a dam out of all the people who are there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty good. Have you watched the new one about the otters?
Oh, is that a new one where he's dunking the kid in
Yeah.
where the male otters threaten
Michael! It's so good. So good.
Male otters basically threaten to drown the cubs to get food off the females.
To get the food off the mothers, yeah. And they are now selling Kevin the otter as a plush as well, which I will add to my collection.
I did see that. How you bought the other one?
Yeah, I've got the bat and the hamster. The gerbil.
Oh man.
I like to support them in what they do because I actually think what they do is really, really quite good.
Yeah.
I think like my kids love it. Like they look forward to the new shorts coming out. So and they learn something about the animals as well, which I think is like a really noble goal. So I'm totally down for it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Ah, dear. It's just that one where he's in the restaurant and they're having like a meal with the kid, and the artist goes over and starts reaching out for his wife's food, and she's like,
Yeah, the
"No,
chips and the fries.
you ordered your salad. Be happy about it." No,
You don't even like salad.
you don't even like salad. Why do you go with salad? And then next thing you know, someone's like picked up the kid and like threatened
Dunking
to
him into the lobster tank.
threatened to dump. So think, oh
Pretty good.
no, no, I'm not doing it. No, no, and then you just see the kid slowly. And it turns out it's his birthday, the kid's birthday. That's why they're
Yeah,
there.
the kid's birthday. That's it. And she starts crying. Oh my god, so
Oh,
good.
I'm gonna wonder why. Anyway,
I also like the one the one with the kid who bites the possums have the venomous bite or the
oh yeah,
and like it's the little girl's like, hey, I think your daughter bit my kid, and he's like paralyzed on the ground, like just, and he's like, oh, and the dad's like, oh, okay, let me just and she's like going, it's like I'm not gonna tell him that. Oh, okay. She says it wasn't her and that you're a poopy head. Just, it's just the voices are so good as well. I also actually the one my kids laugh at the most at the moment is the one where it's like the strongest baby owl gets the most food,
oh yeah.
and it's like the parent driving the car giving the kids their McDonald's to the back, and one of them just kind of goes like eats all of it and hands over like a bag with a couple of fries in it to the other two, and they're like, "Oh, bag fries, thank you, father." He goes, "Don't thank me, thank your baby brother." And there's this massive jacked owl, and he just goes, "Ooh."
Like you ever do that from like McDonald's?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh man. Anyway, we could be here talking about that all night. So
Yeah,
we will see you next week.
yeah. Next time, next anime place.
Yep, that's what we say. Bye,
Yeah,
everyone.
bye.